Oh, I have a video posting and it's a bit spicy. It's a bit spicy. It's a little spicy. I'm a little spicy. I am indeed. I love that about myself though. You know, I've definitely honed in on my yin and yang, my, masculine and my feminine. And the dark side and the light side. You just have to recognize when you walk with God, you walk with Jesus, you walk with the Most High, you walk with the divine, you walk with Source. There ain't nothing wrong with being a little spicy. There's not. You have to carry a duality inside of you. And it runs alongside your morals, your values, your ethics, your standards, your boundaries, your knowing, your inner knowing on yourself, your worthiness. Like you tie in all together with that, right? And so for me, that's what I've been focusing on, I'd say the last few weeks with God, and just knowing when to tame the beast and when to say something, and also not question it. A lot of the times I was really bad about that too, where I second guessed myself and I was always overthinking things. And now I just don't. I really don't. I don't think about a lot of stuff when it comes to anything outside of just different worldly things, different things that I want to do when it comes to my podcast, when I do finally get that up and going. And just different things like that. I plan on working on my vision board this weekend and stuff like that. But, it's just, at the end of the day, it's just so frustrating. It really is. I understand the mechanics. I understand I have a lot of people on my back. I understand that, there's just a lot of people that unfortunately are very broken, very insecure, and just don't like me. They just don't like me, and it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, whether they like me or not, I still love them. I still like them, because I understand that I can't carry that bitterness and resentful and anger, none of that. I can't carry none of that over here on my side. It just messes up my flow, right? And so because I recognize about myself, whether people like me or not, it's not going to change what I see in them, right? And it came to me too on my way home. There's so many mechanics in this little testimony of mine when it comes to just the different ventures that they, in the extent level that my little lovers out there went to try to get me in a negative headspace, to get me spiritually and psychologically broken down to where I pretty much took my own life, right? Felt unworthy and just acted out crazy because that's what they portrayed me to be, right? And it never came to fruition, but it tied a lot of people's hands up, right? Because there was a lot of compelling stories push out, right? And so when it comes to that and those in my past, just know at the end of the day, and I made multiple videos about this too. I mean, if you think back to our friendship, our relationship, fill in the blanks, and again, I know my family's all I get it. I really do. I really do. I'm just in the area in the season of my life where I'm just taking it one day at a time and just trying to get through whatever I got going on in front of me, especially when it comes to my kid, because that's the hard part too, is to get the kid, my minor, my son, and so there's that duality of owning who I am, knowing my worth, knowing my values, and not allowing people in your immediate to step on you and make you feel this big for no reason. Nobody was perfect in the past. Nobody's a perfect parent. Nobody's perfect in the past. And when you own that and you take accountability, which I have, and I've moved mountains to try to change, and I still do for the last 2 years of my life, ever since October 2023. I'm no longer in the business of allowing people to discredit me for things that they did by the choices they made. I've taken ownership of my part. That's all I can do. And I can send you love and light and forgive you from afar. You know? And it's one of those things, but when it comes to my past relationship, my goodness gracious, you know? Golly. I get so tired of the mechanics of that. I really do. And the entanglement of it. You know, because I see behind the veil. I see behind the mask. And I know what's been done. And I know what's being done now. And it's just an unfortunate thing. It's an unfortunate thing. We now live in a world where not only can they come after your minor, they come after your love life. And so that's the world I live in. And then I'm the problem. I'm the crazy one. It's crazy. Imagine being in a world out in public when you know people know something about you. They go out of their way to mean mug you, just like look at you or say backhanded compliments or really rude, snide things to you, or they create coercion around you in a manipulated circumstance because they deal with it daily, even at work. And, you know it's all happening. And everybody just kind of looks at you and it's like, golly, man, those gift cards and those vouchers be like flying. Is there going to be a deduction named after me? I wonder. I swear, some of the stuff that come out of my mouth, I don't even know where that came from, but I could see that in different ways, in different ventures, especially the last companies that I work for sure. Yeah, for sure. The old PM cartel, they have very clever ways how they do things. I've done few videos on that. And they're scared of the things I'm going to say. But at the end of the day, everything that I've said, I already said it. You know, I'm not going to say anything outside of that, really. Everything I've done in the courts, and who knows where that's going to go. Who knows? But the show must go on, you know. Tact, kindness, diplomatic, natural leader. Tact. I'm a very tactful person. I am. I'm very poised. I carry humility. I'm humble. I'm definitely diplomatic. Definitely. There's definitely a duality that I carry by the grace of God. I do, because of my heart, the heart that I carry. I see all facets of it. And even in the elites and the, you know, government, things like that, I see how they could put it in their mind and flip it on the ways that they give the green light in their mind where they're moving in the right direction when it comes to just the general public and how to move. But it's just lost sight. It's lost sight of the humanity, the mankind feel of things because of ego. And, you know, I had no intentions, you know. I don't enjoy being in the limelight. I really don't. I want to be in the back corner, and I know God's like, shh, shh. And I'm just like, oh, gosh, you know? Because it is hard. It's hard. Everybody gets so mad and angry, but I'd love to have a Q&A with somebody and walk a day in my shoes and everything that I've been through my entire life, but particularly the last decade of my life since 2015. Really. You know? But anyways, I hope everybody has a great night. I have some different messages I'm going to talk about tomorrow that I'm excited about. So, I love you guys. Sweet dreams. Thank you for all the love and the support. You know, silent. I feel you guys. I truly do. I do. Whether you're physically in my energy, I can feel you energetically. You know, TikTok, Facebook, my community, past, because I can feel you too, you know. And thank you. Thank you, you know, and I do love you. I love you unconditionally, and I inspire every day to inspire you. That's good enough for me. Whether you can say it to me, I can feel you. And that's good enough for me. God shows me all the time in synchronicities and patterns. All day, every day.